Hey everyone, this is Teresa from Reed's Life Blog. I want to welcome you back. I haven't been posting lately, and the main reason is because I've been doing a lot of organization to my blog. And one thing that I am going to start doing is more videos like these. And I'm also going to narrow my niche. I am going to focus on emotional health. Um, I've been planning on doing this blog for a while, but I know this week would be a great week, especially for the tragedy we've seen at USC. The families, my heart goes out to you, and you're in my prayers. But we all need to take another second look at emotional health. Emotional health is affecting America more so than anything I feel today, because, like I said, the tragedy that happened at UNC, we've seen a lot of increased suicide rates. It's just a lot of things that's going on that I feel if we work at it as a community that we can it's not a perfect world. We're not going to stop it, but maybe we can, lower the rate some than what it is now. Now, I made a cookie video in February doing a self-talk, and the reason I did that is to get myself more comfortable in front of the camera. I do a lot of self pep talks to myself to keep myself balanced. As I said before, I feel I'm blessed because my family, my parents, or my who raised me, and that was my mother, father, my sister, my grandmother. I was me, my brothers, and my cousins, nieces, and nephews. All of us was raised by a village. I mean, I was raised by my aunties, my uncles, some good friends of my parents. All of them treated us with love and respect. It didn't matter what we went through. They never treated us like an outcast. Now, but back in the 60s, a lot of people who had mental health problems were treated like outcasts. Because a lot of people thought they had demons inside them that invaded their bodies. That's why they were acting strange. But the bad thing about it is this left people with mental illness, being untreated. And that was bad because the person would probably slip into depression or even more. But now the funny thing about it today is everybody's talking about emotional health. You see commercials, videos, movies showing how people are suffering with mental illness, but we still see the tragedies we see. I don't know what the balance is, and we can debate on what the solution can be, but it's still not solving the problem. I feel the only way that we're going to solve or the problem or address the problem is that we all work together as a community and we really start talking about emotional problems. We really start addressing it as we address anything else we face, as a community. When tragedy strikes, everybody try to blame people. I do that myself. And, to kind of make sense of it. That's not going to work now. I mean, it's like we're not addressing it and it's still happening. I mean, from Columbine, and I think they're celebrating like their 20th anniversary. We still see it. We still see it. So we got to help people with emotional problems to help control it. And it's not just a magical medicine that they take and it goes away. Now, it got to be a balance. People with emotional health do have to talk to the doctors and see if it's some medication that can help. It's also got to be love and support. It also has to be the person with the emotional problem to start doing some alternate things too. Of course, for everyone, we got to eat right, exercise. I am a true believer we have to practice our faith in God. We have to do this to keep a balance of the mind, body, and soul. But we also have to do a little bit more. People with no emotional health problems, you can't go at a person, even though you might be right. Everything you say might be right, but you can't go at them, you know, um, at a certain way because you can rub them the wrong way. And we're going to look at another news show where people are dying needlessly. So you got to be real careful about what you say and how you treat people. I mean, you can't treat them as outcasts. They're not possessed by demons. They're human just like you. So you want to be treated, a certain way. You got to treat people the way you want to be treated. Do not treat them any differently. Also, people who are suffering from mental illness, it is up to you. It's up to you to get the treatment that you need. It's up to you to deal with this every day. 99% is not going to go away. You can have to deal with this every day. So don't look at it as this is just a problem that's going to go away the next day. This is a part of you. And it's a lot of people with mental illness who have contributed so much to the world. I mean, if you Google right now, people, great famous people with mental illness, you'll be shocked at the people who have had problems and they dealt with it and they use it creatively to create beautiful things. So maybe this is something that you can use to create something to help mankind. But don't just, think that is someone else's problem to treat your mental illness is your problem. Another thing is you're not the only one suffering with it. This is a lot of people try to put you in a category like, oh, you're the only person who's dealing with this. No, you're not. That's why it's so important for us to work together as a community so others who are going through the same thing can let you know how they deal with this every day. And you can also give your tips on how you deal with it every day. And, we can all bring things to the table to help work out things in a positive way. So, do not think that this defines you. This is just a part of you. This does not define you no more than a person who has $1 million define them. Just because a person has $1 million doesn't mean that they're a good person. This is the same thing with a mental illness. Just because you have a mental illness, it does not mean that you have to do certain things. I wish someone would have told me this a long time ago. I would have saved myself a lot of grief. It does not mean you have to act that way. You have to find a way to deal with it on your own. And again, do not let others make you feel bad for illness. This is an illness, just like a person who has cancer. They have to take chemo. You have to take certain medicines. You have to protect yourself, not to put yourself in situations to make you, feel manicky or make you feel upset or depressed. You have to step out and deal with your mental illness. You can't let it keep dealing with you. This is what I've done so long, and it's just a vicious cycle where you're not going to get better. So starting now, I am going to focus on finding ways for all of us to deal with this. And I'm going to not just write a post, as I said again, I am going to do a video. Um, um, I did write a book on journaling. I don't know if everybody, read it or not, but this is something I know that kept me also balanced. That and another thing that kept me balanced, of course, of God. God is the main reason I'm standing here talking to you today. God is the main reason that I was able to raise my children and they turn out as beautiful as they did today. And my grandchildren are also growing up to be beautiful individuals. So this I want to tell you now, you can live with this. You can be happy. You can have a not so much a normal life, but you can have a life where you can deal with it and not let this deal with you. But I hope that we all can build a community of people who are going to address this in a positive way and find some positive solutions so we can stop repeating these mass shootings. Um, I'm back with a vengeance. I'm back with purpose. I want to thank you again for stopping by Reed's Life Blog. Don't go to it yet. Wait till Wednesday. Once you get there, I want you to sit, read, comment. I'm looking for good guest writers. If you have something you want to contribute, please let me know. I'll post whatever you have, long as it's positive, and it's going to help everyone involved. Um, I'm also looking for people who want to show people how to do things like yoga, meditation. I'm looking for people like that so we can also find ways to calm ourselves down, to think about it, to look at what we're really doing before something crazy is happening. Again, I want to thank you for reading Reed's blog. I've been here 3 years. I've had over 100,000 readers. You don't know what that means. That means so much to me. So I'm back again with purpose, and we're going to find a way to at least slow it down. Some of these tragedies that we're experiencing today. Y'all have a great day, and again, love the skin you're in.